Welcome traders to the Elliott Wave Street weekly update. I'm Juan Maldonado and today we're going to talk about the Elliott Wave count on the euro dollar, the Aussie dollar, the euro pound and the S&P. So let's start. So here we have the euro dollar, which has been moving down after completing the first cycle or the first wave up that we are calling wave A. The mission this week is finding the end or completion of the B wave. The question is this the end of the wave B, or we need to have another low? We're going to talk about that today. Here we have the price today moving up above the last retrace that we have between the last two lows. So we have two fresh lows in the middle, the retrace, which is an important part of the market structure. As you can see, the price was able to cross that level. So it's telling that this is a real demand. It's not just a profit taking or something like that. This is a real demand. So the next step in this process is looking for a zigzag, ABC. The zigzag could be the most powerful tool that you can use in your technical analysis. Once we have the zigzag, the ABC, we can buy it at the end of the second wave. Or, as an alternative, if the price sell-offs and keeps selling off without building the zigzag, we can't buy it because we need to have the zigzag. So that will mean that the price will move down into this previous low, and that's where we can buy it at the completion of this leg down, because we already have all these buyers on the left, and that will give us a huge edge. So it could be one or the other, but the target for both is going to be the same, the previous high. The beauty of this concept is that we can buy, let's say here, and the protective stop loss here on the black scenario, and we have all this reward. Or if we buy here and we leave the protective stop loss here, we have also a huge risk-reward ratio on both trades. So the Elliott Wave theory is going to help us to focus in one direction, to focus in one bias, to wait for the ideal setup with patience. This is an example of a swing trade, of course. If you are day trading or if you are scalping, it will be the same, right? If you are day trading or scalping, you will be finding the end of wave one to sell it. That will be your job as a day trader, right? Finding the end of this cycle to sell it on a lower time frame. But on this time frame, the 4-hour chart, the hourly chart, is to find the swing trade in order to jump into this trade back to the 106.40 area. We are talking a distance of 100 points from this trade, or 150 from this area. So that's the plan. It's the plan for this week. Let's see how it's going to play out. Now let's have a look at the Aussie dollar, which is another favorite for the week. This week, I'm looking for a buy trade. I believe the Aussie dollar is likely to come back to this area, to the 64.50, to the 65 area, or to the 65.20 or 50 area. And the main plan is looking into the buy setup somewhere near the 63 area. So we are talking a potential of 240 points this week. In order to have the trade, we need to have the price coming down under the wave 3, or the wave 3 black as well, and then having the rejection. So there are two steps in the process. Step 1, price moving down. We're not going to buy it here. Right? While the price moves down, we are going to just sit and wait. And when the price returns into this area, that's where the buy trade is going to happen. The protective stop loss is going to be under the low. And then we can just start following the trend back to the previous high. And that's going to be our main setup on the Aussie dollar. Last week on the weekly video, we were talking on the euro pound about a bullish trade. And actually it worked nicely. Let me highlight the entry points. So we have an entry point here. We have here a second entry point here. And we have a third entry point. 3 setups that we could use to trigger the trade and capture this leg up. So we have setup number 1, setup number 2, and setup number 3. 3 different setups to validate the end of wave 4. So the price finished the wave 4 and give us a good trade, 50 points, so around 50 points moving up from this area, from the 20s. And that trade is already safe. That trade is already in a safe zone because already reached the 1-to-1 risk-reward ratio. But this week, traders, we are going to focus on this additional trade or a way to add to the position. So after the zigzag, I want to buy it because the target is the same as the last week, the 87 area. So if we have the chance to buy it after the 3-wave sequence, we can act here and we can start following the leg up back to the previous high. So another trading plan that we are looking into this week. This is the S&P. On the S&P, I'm bullish. I believe we are getting closer to a big wave 3 up. So the main plan on this S&P is hopefully having a fresh low. It's not a sell trade at all because it's too risky. It's extremely bullish. Look at the bullish momentum today. So if the price moves down one more time under the low, that would be fantastic. Of course, we can't tell if it's going to happen or not because this is extremely bullish. But if we have the price coming down into this area again, and from there we have the rejection, that's going to be the buy trade. We can buy the second wave at the best price, at the discounted price, at the wholesale price, and the minimum target will be the previous high. And if the wave 3 comes after that, like 1, 2, and 3 to the moon, we can have this week a fantastic trade to follow. All right, traders. So that's the plan for this week. If you want to get the daily updates, if you want to be part of our community of traders, we have a fantastic membership on ElliottWaveStreet.com. Under the membership tab, you will find all the details. We have a special for $19 the first month, so you can try the service for just $19. We have the Forex, the stocks, and the full access. Make sure to pick the right plan and sign up, and you will get immediate access to this full world of Elliott Wave analysis to learn how to validate the waves, to learn how to apply your wave counts in the live markets, because every day you're going to get the daily analysis, the daily updates with the plan for the session. Please have a fantastic start of your trading week. I'll see you in the membership. Take care. Bye-bye.